They say money can bring out the worst in people. I never believed that, until my own family turned against me over my grandfather's fortune. A man who spent his life building an empire left behind not just wealth, but a test, a final challenge to see who among us was worthy. I never wanted the money. I only wanted to keep my family together. But what happened over the next year showed me a harsh truth. Greed is more powerful than blood. This is the story of how a simple inheritance shattered my family, exposed their darkest sides, and forced me to make a choice: fight for my rightful share or walk away forever. Part 1, the death that changed everything. James never thought his family would turn on each other. Growing up, his grandfather, Henry Dawson, had always been the glue that held them together. A self-made millionaire, Henry built his empire from scratch, running a chain of successful hotels. Despite his wealth, he remained humble and taught his grandchildren the value of hard work and integrity. When Henry passed away at 85, the family was devastated. But what came next was something James could never have imagined. At the reading of the will, the lawyer revealed that Henry had left behind a $20 million estate. The room fell silent as the family waited to hear how the money would be divided. James Dawson, the lawyer read aloud, has been left a letter and a personal bequest separate from the rest of the will. James furrowed his brows. A letter. Meanwhile, his parents, William and Margaret, along with his siblings, Olivia and Mark, leaned forward eagerly. The remaining estate, the lawyer continued, will be divided equally among the grandchildren, but only those who meet the conditions Henry set forth. Conditions. The atmosphere changed instantly. The inheritance wasn't a free gift, it was a test. Part 2, the conditions that started the war. The conditions were simple but strict. Each grandchild had to prove they could handle money responsibly. They had 1 year to give back in some way, through charity, a business investment, or supporting a community. Anyone caught trying to manipulate, deceive, or betray family members would forfeit their share. James found this reasonable, but his siblings and cousins saw it as an obstacle to their easy millions. Mark, always the ambitious one, immediately began plotting. "We need to find a loophole," he whispered to Olivia. Meanwhile, James opened the letter his grandfather had left him. The words made his heart race. "James, I see something in you the others have lost: honor. Protect yourself, they will turn against you." And just like that, the battle for the inheritance began. Part 3, the family divide. Within weeks, the family fell apart. Mark tried to start a fake charity to fulfill the condition, using loopholes to keep most of the money for himself. Olivia manipulated their mother into giving her early access to her share. Some cousins started spreading lies about one another, hoping to disqualify others. James refused to play their game. He wanted no part in the deception. Then his parents shocked him. "James," his father said one evening, "we're cutting you out of our personal inheritance. You always act like you're above money. Let's see how well you do without it." James was stunned. His own parents were punishing him for not being greedy. Part 4, the betrayal. The real betrayal came when James discovered that Mark had framed him for theft. One day the lawyer called. "James, there's been an accusation against you. Your brother claims you stole family jewelry and sold it." It was a lie, but suddenly James was under scrutiny. James confronted Mark. "Why are you doing this? We're brothers." Mark smirked. "There's $20 million at stake. That's more than brotherhood." James was heartbroken, but he wasn't going to let Mark ruin him. Part 5, the secret revelations. James hired a private investigator. Within weeks, they uncovered the truth. Mark had been embezzling money through his fake charity. Olivia had forged documents to get early access to assets. Other cousins had been bribing family members to lie about their qualifications. At the final hearing, James presented all the evidence. The lawyer sighed. "According to the conditions, anyone caught in dishonesty is disqualified. That means James is the only remaining eligible heir." The room erupted. James's parents begged for forgiveness. Mark tried to justify his actions. Olivia screamed about how it was unfair. James had a choice: take the entire inheritance for himself or share it despite their betrayal. He made his decision. Part 6, the aftermath and the final test. James donated half of the inheritance to charity, just as his grandfather would have wanted. He invested in his community, helping build schools and shelters. But before he could move on, a final test appeared. A man approached James, claiming to be an old friend of his grandfather's. He held another letter. "James, if you are reading this, then you have passed the hardest test of all, staying true to yourself." James discovered that his grandfather had left a hidden account worth another $10 million. reserved only for the family member who truly embodied his values. Instead of keeping it, James used it to fund scholarships and small businesses, ensuring his grandfather's legacy lived on. His family, most of them never spoke to him again. His parents eventually reached out, apologizing for their greed. James forgave them, but never forgot. Mark and Olivia lost everything. Their schemes had left them with nothing but regret. The true meaning of wealth. James once believed that money had the power to bring people together. But in the end, it did the opposite. It revealed their true nature. His grandfather's final lesson wasn't about wealth. It was about character. James learned the most valuable truth of all. Real wealth isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in integrity, kindness, and the impact you leave on the world. He walked away, not as a millionaire, but as something far more valuable, a man who had passed the final test.